Are you recording? Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha Shri Saraswatye Namaha Shri Gurudevebhyo Namaha Matri-pitri devebhyo Namaha Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvighnam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Sarvamangal-mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trayambike Gauri Narayani Namostute Om Namah Shivaya Hari Om Namah Shivaya 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 Ki Vande Devam Umapatim Suragurum Vande Jagat Karanam Vande Pannagabhushanam Mrigadharam Vande Pashunam Patim Vande Surya Shashanka Vahananayanam Vande Mukunda Priyam Vande Bhakta Janashrayancha Varadam Vande Shivam Shankaram Bolyo Mamadi Mahadeva Ki Jai. We give our thanks and gratitude to Bhagavati Mata Durga on this very beautiful Friday as we take a moment off of our day, as we take a moment away from everything, our family and our life, and we dedicate it to Ma Durga in Shanti Satsangh. We bow and seek her blessings and guidance and ask her, Hey Bhavani. The name Bhavani, my friends, Bhavani, comes from the word bha. Bha se bhav. Bhav means, of course, when you do something with bhav, with emotions, with sentiment, with a commitment. Mata Bhavani, when we make, as you know, they say, when we take one step toward the divine, she takes 10 steps towards us. As we always look in her direction, she never, of course, takes us away from her gaze. As I wrote on my social media Facebook post this morning, we search everywhere, my friends, but the minute we lose sight of the divine, we lose sight of everything. Never lose confidence in her, because she has never lost confidence in us. This evening, let us chant the Bhavani Ashtakam. What is it saying? Na tato, na mata, na bandhur, na data, na putro, na putri, na bhrityo, na bharta, na jaya, na vidya, na vrittir mameva, gatistvam, gatistvam, tvameka Bhavani. As we wish Dave Raghubir a happy birthday today, Dave, we chant and ask that may Bhavani Mata continue to bless you with an abundance of strength, determination at all times, and may you always be an abundance of love to your family and to your friends. Na tato, na mata, na bandhur, na data. Na tato, na mata, na bandhur, na data, na putro, na putri, na bhrityo, na bharta, na jaya, na vidya, na vrittir mameva, gatistvam, gatistvam, tvameka Bhavani, 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 gatistvam, gatistvam, tvameka Bhavani. Bhava bhav pare mahadukh bhiru papat prakami pralobhi pramattah samsar pash prabandhah sadaham gatistvam, gatistvam, tvameka Bhavani, gatistvam, gatistvam, tvameka Bhavani. Everybody. Gatistvam, gatistvam, tvameka Bhavani, gatistvam, gatistvam, tvameka Bhavani, gatistvam, gatistvam, tvameka Bhavani, gatistvam, gatistvam, tvameka Bhavani. Na janami danam, na chadhyana yogam, na janami tantram, na chastotra mantram, na janami pujam, na chanyasa yogam, gatistvam, gatistvam, tvameka Bhavani, 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 gatistvam, gatistvam, tvameka Bhavani. Ki Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadrakali Kapalini, कि दुर्गा क्षमा शिवा धात्री स्वहा स्वधा नमोस्तुते। बोले जगदम्बिका माता की जय। न जानामि दानम न चा ध्यान yogam, न जानामि tantram न चा stotra mantram. Maybe we have given dan in our life. Maybe we have given charity in our life. Maybe we have chanted mantras in our life. But my friends, when we put all of that in front of Ma Bhavani, then it all becomes very minuscule. This is how powerful Ma Durga is. And friends, we can't have faith in Ma Bhavani only when we're happy. We cannot have faith in Ma Bhavani only when things are well. We cannot only have faith in Ma Bhavani when everyone is happy and alive and kicking. No. As a matter of fact, all the time we have spent in dhyanam prayers, all the meditation we have given to her, the time we have spent in her bhajan singing, my friend, that is like a bank. It is like a bank, so that when times are tough, we access that energy from the divine. We access that energy from the divine and we use it as fuel for our soul. The body can go so many days without food, The body can go a very, very long time without food. But my friends, the soul can't go too long without the divine. When the soul lacks companionship with Bhagwan, when the soul lacks that companionship with Bhagwati, then what happened? The soul, of course, becomes lonely and leaves. Today, my friends, I want to welcome all of you to Shanti Satsangh, our 60th day. Continuous celebration, my friends, for 60 days of life, of satsang, of virtual satsang, with all of you loving people from all parts of the world. I pray that may Bhavani Mata keep all of you well, keep you happy, keep you healthy, so that you can continue to be in satsang. I am sure many of us have not attended satsang 60 days consecutively. I want to tell you something, that I have never attended satsang 60 days consecutively. I have never attended satsang 60 days consecutively. We always are in our home doing puja. I go to mandir all the time. My own mandir I go for consecutively every day, but satsang, not consecutively. Very few have done that. And you have to count yourself among the saints. You have to count yourself among the blessed. You have to count yourself among those who are chosen to be part of this process. And so, speaking of choice, my friends, today I want to wish happy birthday to Dave Raghubir. Dave is a very close family friend of ours, a friend of ours. Yesterday we celebrated his father-in-law's birthday, Uncle Loki, and today we celebrate Dave's birthday. Well, what can we say, Dave? Simple, happy birthday. And lots of best wishes are coming from your family. Of course, your wife, Asha, and your daughter, Avani, and the extension of their family, all the Tilaks and the Raghubirs. A family that is very big, a family that has extended helping hands and given love to so many in the world, including yourself. I know Dave is... He is, of course, a tax preparer, he is a tax accountant, and he also is involved in his charitable work through Save Abbey. Still find time, of course, to do work of charity. Over the years in which we have, dwelt together in whatever capacity, Dave is always very helpful and kind. And to you, my friend, I say happy birthday on behalf of my family, on behalf of Bhavani Shankar Mandir, and on behalf of all your family and friends as well. I hope you had a very exciting day. And I hope and pray that may you always shine in abundance, and may you always embrace life with passion. Our life, friends, is a great blessings. Bare bhagya manushyatana pava surdurlabha sabgranta hi gava. I told you so many nights, my friends, and these are things you have to learn. This is the opportunity for us to use this to attain mukti. To attain mukti in the Buddhist tradition, which of course has stemmed from Hinduism. If you ask a Buddhist, what is your goal or what is the highest level of achievement in Buddhism? They will tell you, of course, nirvana, enlightenment. As a Hindu, if anyone should ask you, what is the highest achievement or what is the goal of every Hindu? It is called what? It is called moksha or mukti, which means liberation. It's called liberation, my friends. When we are living in this world and we are liberated, I mean liberated from everything and everyone, then we are living in true mukti. This is the body that does that. Not anyone else. This one here. So, happy birthday to you, Dave, and I hope you had a very happy and blessed day. And in your name, we sing now our opening Hanumanji Chalisa and pray that Hanumanji Maharaj grant you blessings in abundance. May you continue to be a wonderful father, a husband, and of course a friend to all those who you are. And to all of you who are listening as well, may Hanumanji charge you up. Tonight is going to be very powerful and fun, because at a certain point in the program, we will have, of course, our question and answer session, which was very funny, I found, and very informative, most of all, between our interaction. So we'll have that tonight. We'll have lots of fun. I'm looking forward to listening to your questions later. Some of them were fun, some of them were very deep, and that is the nature of people. All of us have different interests in life. Some of our interest is to throw milk every day or water on the Shivalingam. Some of us think that meditation gets us there. Our interests are a different level. So what? Our interests are a different level. Our understanding is at a different level. So be it. We're going to talk about all of that tonight and answer your questions, of course. Make you feel comfortable and lively. Shri Guru Charan Saroj Rajan Nij Man Mukur Sudhar Barno Raghuvar Bimal Jasu Jodayak Phalchari Buddhihin Tanu Janike Sumiro Pavan Kumar Bal Buddhi Vidya Deho Mohi Haraho Kalesh Vikar Ki Jai Hanuman Gyan Gun Sagar Jai Kapish Tinu Lok Ujagar Ram Dut Atulit Baldhama Anjani Putra Pavan Sutnama Mahavir Vikram Bajrangi Kumat Nivar Sumati Ke Sangi Kanchan Varan Viraj Suresha Kanal Kundal Kunchit Kesha Ghat Bhagya Aur Dhwaja Viraje Kandhe Munj Janeru Saje Shankar Suvan Kesari Nandan Tej Pratap Mahajagvandan Vidyavan Guniyati Chatur Ram Kaj Karibe Ko Atur Prabhu Charit Sunive Ko Rasiya Ram Lakhan Sita Man Basiya Sukshma Roop Dhari Siyahi Dikhawa Vikat Roop Dhari Lank Jarawa Bhima Roop Dhari Asur Samhari Ramchandra Ke Taj Savari Nais Jeevan Rakhan Jiyare Shri Raghuveer Harsh Urlaye Raghupati Ki Nahi Bahut Badhai Tum Mama Priya Bharat Sambhai Sahas Badan Tumharo Yash Gaave As Kal Shripati Kanth Lagave Sadkanik Brahmadi Munisa Narad Sarad Sahit Hisha Yam Kuber Digpal Chahate Kavi Kovid Kahi Sake Kahate Tum Upkar Sugriv Hi Kina Ram Milaye Raj Pardina Tumharo Mantra Vibhishan Mana Lankeshwar Bhai Sab Jag Jana Yug Sahasra Yojan Padmanu Liyo Kahi Madhur Pal Jana Prabhu Mudrika Vidhi
अखिलांगी गए अचरज नारी। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे देते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिन पैसारे। सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी शरणा, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज संभालो आपे, तीनों लोक हाथ पे कापे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासै रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा। संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, तासु अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों युग परताप तुम्हारा, है पर सिद्धि जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को भावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्त न डरहि, हनुमत से ही सर्व सुख करहि। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई। जो शत बार बात कर कोई, छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई। जो यहाँ पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होई सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, कीजय नाथ हृदय महादेवा। कीजय नाथ हृदय महादेवा, कीजय नाथ हृदय महादेवा।
पवन तनय संकट हरण, मंगल मूरति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय में बसहूँ सुरभूप। सिया भज रामचंद्र की जय। शरणम प्रभु, बोलिए पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। Now we will have bhajan by Bhumika. कैसे ये देर लगाए है दुर्गे. Very beautiful song to bhajan to Mata Durga. And please enjoy as we continue to be in satsang, to be in company. Our 60th night together consecutively as we continue to pray and give thanks.
कैसी ये देर लगाई है दुर्गे, हे मात मेरी, हे मात मेरी। कैसी ये देर लगाई है दुर्गे, हे मात मेरी, हे मात मेरी। भव सागर में हे मात मेरी, 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 हे मात मेरी।
बोले जगदम्बिका माता की जय। The Divine Mother, Mata Jagadamba, who of course is called by so many thousands of names. In the male form of the divine, we chant the Vishnu Sahasranamam, calling the name of Bhagwan Vishnu in a thousand names of his. Then we have Shiva Sahasranamam, calling Bhagwan Shiva, Sthiraye Nama, Sthanave Nama, Prabhave Nama, Bhimaye Nama, Vardaya Nama, etc. 1,000 names of Bhagwan Shankar. In the feminine form, of the feminine energy of the divine, we have Ma Durga, Ma Kali. Who is she? She is Durga. Tu hi Durga, tu hi Bhavani. Durga means the one who frees us from the prisons of our own life. The word Durga means to free us from the prisons of our own life. It is amazing, my friends, that this prison that we live in is not given to us by anyone. This prison that we live in was not given to us by anyone. This, my friends, is something that we have embraced ourselves. Something that we have embraced. What is this prison? The prison of our body. We have allowed our body to become a prison of ourselves. We have become the prisoner of our own body, our mind and everything. We have become a prison to ourselves, and a prisoner to ourselves rather. This, of course, can be vanished from our life through closeness to God, Sakhyam, to allow Bhagwan to become your friend, to allow the divine to be, of course, your closest contact, so that hard times and happy times, Ma Jagadamba will always be with you, my friends. And without this closeness to the divine, we, of course, would have lost our identity. This is the basics of our philosophy. She comes as Durga to shake us up. When we chant her prayers and her stotrams, they are all very powerful things. Her prayers and her stotrams, all very powerful. What happens, my friends? These energies of Mata Durga drives away fear from our lives. By chanting the name Dum Durgaye Namaha, Om Dum Durgaye Namaha, without even understanding the meaning of Dum, when you say it, what happens? It just drives so much energy in your body. And when God is present in you, then nothing, my friends, other thing can reside inside of you. And that is the essence of our mantras. Then we have Mahalakshmi. Mahalakshmi, among the three main avatars or incarnation of the divine, Mahalakshmi is, of course, the one that is pure, that is the embodiment of happiness. I've told you this story before, but you know Mahalakshmi. Mahalakshmi, when in the heavens there was torment, when there was fights and quarrels in the heavens. Even in the heavens there are these things happening. My friends, on earth there is destruction, but in the heavens even there is this kind of thing happening. What happened, my friends? Mahalakshmi, when she saw so many fights in the heaven, she escaped from the heavens and she went straight into the ocean. Because she does not like to be among anything conniving, anything disastrous. She does not like to be among anything that is impure. Mahalakshmi represents pure energy. Mahalakshmi represents divinity. And so what happens? She takes this form of Mahalakshmi. And when she is present in our home, my friends, just like a light, you put on that light. The light is on. What happens with that light? Right? You don't have to tell it to brighten the environment. It already does that by itself. That's Mahalakshmi. Then we have Ma Saraswati. She governs our speech. She governs our intellect. She governs our mind. And that is why Maha Saraswati is mostly dressed in white, as you know. Because one who is dressed in white, they are, of course, they represent that color. White is a color of peace. White is a color of purity. And anyone with knowledge, anyone with a little bit of knowledge, my friends, will use that knowledge for the purpose of purifying yourself. Nothing else, purifying yourself. And when you purify yourself, my friends, that knowledge becomes purposeful in your life. This song is dedicated to Ma Saraswati. It will be done by Vrinda. Jai Ma Saraswati Veena Varini. May Ma Saraswati shower her blessings in abundance on all of you, so that you can use this knowledge to always uplift yourself, purify yourself, and of course, stand apart from all forms of troubles in life. Ma Saraswati Bhajan.
Jagat Janani Mateshwari Sahasra Naman Karo To Sukh Sampati Vardhan De Das Jaan Kar Hoi Jai Ma Saraswati Veenavadini, Jai Ma Saraswati Veenavadini. He Ma Vidya Dani Dayani, He Ma Vidya Dani Dayani, Jai Ma Saraswati Veenavadini, Jai Ma Saraswati Veenavadini. Jagat Janani Ma Dukh Harini, Jagat Janani Ma Dukh Harini, Sarv Shastra Gyaneshwari, Sarv Shastra Gyaneshwari, Sarv Shastra Gyaneshwari, Jai Ma Saraswati Veenavadini, Jai Ma Saraswati Veenavadini. Saraswati Veenavadini, Jai Ma Saraswati Veenavadini. तुम ही ध्यान सुर नर मुनि माने, तुम ही ध्यान सुर नर मुनि माने, तुम ही त्रिभुवन जग जानी, तुम ही त्रिभुवन जग जानी, तुम ही त्रिभुवन जग जानी। जय मां सरस्वती वीणावादिनी, जय मां सरस्वती वीणावादिनी। हे मां विद्या दानी दयानी, हे मां विद्या दानी दयानी, सरस्वती वीणा वादनी जय माँ सरस्वती वीणा वादनी जय माँ सरस्वती वीणा वादनी
Jai Ma Saraswati Veena Varini. The beautiful sitar, the veena that the mother wears, of course, it carries a huge significance in our lives. Any instrument with strings on them, when they are not strung properly, what happens? The music of that instrument, it's not music, it brings so much disturbance in our life. The strings on the veena of Ma Saraswati represents the senses. It represents our senses. Because when our senses are not controlled, when we are not in one, when we are not tuned, then what happens? The instrument will never play properly. And in this instrument, my friends, we are this instrument, you are this instrument, and we have to be chirping just words of beauty, just love. But if we are not strung properly by Mata Saraswati, my friends, we will always make noise. You know, there is a difference between speaking and making noise. There is a huge difference between the two. Sometimes we speak because we want to be heard. No? Sometimes we speak because we want to be heard. Sometimes we speak because we have something to say. It is not necessarily, that you just need to say something. And sometimes you need to speak, my friends, to brighten someone's life. Sometimes you need to speak to injure somebody. Sometimes you need to speak to lift the energy around you. Whatever reason you choose to speak, my friends, always let your words be tuned by Mata Saraswati so that the impact you're going to make in people's lives will be a very, very powerful impact. Will be a very pleasant impact into people's lives. And so this evening we, of course, Friday evening, we dedicate it to the divine and learn about how we can become closer to Mata. And as we sing and we praise, of course, we recognize Mata in the form of the Kanya. There is a sort of a superstition back home, as you know, when we were little, that little girls, when Ma Durga Puja is done, little boys, and as long as you're young, you can't be around such pujas. My friends, any god who says that a child cannot eat my offerings and cannot consume my offerings of medicine, prasad is medicine, what kind of a god is that? What kind of a parent will prepare the food in the home but not allow the children to eat it? What kind of a parent will make a home, will buy a home, purchase a home, clean a home, but not allow the children to live in that home with them? Ma Durga is like that. You see, she is the one who created this world, Jagadamba. And without her children around her, what is the purpose of creation in this world? Without her children eating her prasadam, what is the purpose of that prasad as well? This is what we have to think very strongly about when we have this relationship with our divine. What kind of a relationship it is that we're having. And so, my friends, we have over the years broken these traditions out where, they are made by people who don't really understand our scriptures. And what happens? All our children are neglected. They do not see the pujas. They do not hear the bhajans because someone has told them that you cannot be there when the puja is being done. Ma Durga is not like that. And so, my friends, that is why this evening we sing and we pray to her and ask that may she always open her arms to all of you. Not, of course, to choose between anyone, but to open her arms to all of you. In challenging times, my friends, we remember her the most. And that is why we're here today, to express our love to Mata Durga. To her we will sing and ask her blessings. And I want to dedicate these bhajans, of course, to my dear brother Dave. The pictures, Dave, of course, is one who lives among people who are cultured, who was follow our culture, who maintains their dharma. We have to really show admiration for them. Dave has over the years done quite a bit of charitable work in our community. Of course, he is one of the hardworking members of Save Abbey Foundation. And I remember in the first medical outreach they had in the Edward many years ago, I was there as well. There's a picture of this outreach on the program. Dave was there with the family, with Asha, Vani, Sham, and everyone else. And after that, many, many events occurred. He is also a volunteer in our temple. When we have certain events, our golf tournament, he's very involved in that process. Dave, we hope and pray that you had a very blessed birthday. And we sing these bhajans and ask that the divine continue to bless you and guide and protect you. And to all the beautiful people who are watching as well and who are embracing these evenings of satsang, 60 nights together, 60 consecutive nights, not one break, regardless of what you had in your day, regardless of what I had in my day, my long days or short days or difficult days or your sorrowful days, whatever days we had, they were days, my friends, in which we, of course, spent together. And we will continue to do that as long as we can together. Because in satsang, when we are in satsang together, we are praying to one in common, and that is the divine. And so today, we sing these bhajans and hope all of you enjoy as we celebrate Dave's birthday, but more so, may you feel the comfort and the love that we sing with. Jai, 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 Durga Maharani, and Darshan do Durga Maharani, Darshan do Durga Maharani. Jai, 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 Durga Maharani, Jai, 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 Durga Maharani, Jai, 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 Durga Maharani, Jai, 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 Durga Maharani. Darshan do Durga Maharani, Darshan do Durga Maharani, Darshan do Durga Maharani, Darshan do Durga Maharani. Jai, 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 Durga Maharani, Jai, 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 Durga Maharani, Jai, 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 Durga Maharani, Jai, 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 Durga Maharani. ओ पाप नाश कर देने वाले, पाप नाश कर देने वाले, भय दुख सब हर लेने वाले, भय दुख सब हर लेने वाले, सिंहवाहिनी शांत भवानी, दर्शन दो दुर्गा महारानी, दर्शन दो दुर्गा महारानी, दर्शन दो दुर्गा महारानी, दर्शन दो दुर्गा महारानी। जय 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 दुर्गा महारानी, जय 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 दुर्गा महारानी, जय 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 दुर्गा महारानी, जय 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 दुर्गा महारानी। विश्व को मोहित करने वाले, तीन लोक में रहने वाले, विश्व को मोहित करने वाले, तीन लोक में रहने वाले, जग भर की जननी वरदानी, दर्शन दो दुर्गा महारानी, दर्शन दो दुर्गा महारानी, दर्शन दो दुर्गा महारानी, दर्शन दो श्रद्धा करुणा शक्ति रूप तुम, काया छाया भक्ति रूप तुम, विंध्यवासिनी शांत भवानी, दर्शन दो दुर्गा महारानी, दर्शन दो दुर्गा महारानी, दर्शन दो दुर्गा महारानी, दर्शन दो दुर्गा महारानी। जय 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 दुर्गा महारानी, 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 जय 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 दुर्गा महारानी। बोले जगदम्बिका माता की जय। न जग what we're going to sing, जग की रखवाली करने वाली जगदम्बे मैया, महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली ओ जगदम्बे मैया। जग के रखवाली करने वाली ओ जगदम्बे मैया, जग के रखवाली करने वाली जगदम्बे मैया, महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली ओ जगदम्बे मैया, महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली ओ जगदम्बे मैया। जग के रखवाले करने वाले जगदम्बे मैया, जग के रखवाले करने वाले जगदम्बे मैया। तेरी दया से जीते हैं मैया, तेरे भरोसे चलती है मैया। तेरी दया से जीते हैं मैया, तेरे भरोसे चलती है नैया। घर घर है सुख की दिवाली जगदम्बे मैया, घर घर है सुख की दिवाली जगदम्बे मैया। महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली ओ जगदम्बे मैया, महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली ओ जगदम्बे मैया। जग के रखवाले करने वाले जगदम्बे मैया। दुखियों के घर में सुख बैठा दे, अंधियारी घर में दिया जला दे। दुखियों के घर में सुख बैठा दे, अंधियारी घर में दिया जला दे। सबके मीटा दे रात काली जगदम्बे मैया, सबके मिटा दे रात काली जगदम्बे मैया। महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली ओ जगदम्बे मैया, महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली ओ जगदम्बे मैया। जग के रखवाले करने वाले जगदम्बे मैया, जग के रखवाले करने वाले। ओ चरणों में बैठे आस लगाए, बिनती हमारी खाली न जाए। चरणों में बैठे आस लगाए, बिनती हमारी खाली न जाए। ले लो ये आरती की थाली जगदम्बे मैया, ले लो ये आरती की थाली जगदम्बे मैया, महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली ओ जगदम्बे मैया, महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली ओ जगदम्बे मैया, जग के रखवाले करने वाले जगदम्बे मैया, जग के रखवाले करने वाले जगदम्बे मैया, जगदम्बे मैया, जगदम्बे मैया। बोले जगदम्बिका माता की जय। And so my friends, as we continue to vibrate this evening with bhajans, always remember, we grew up with bhajans. There was a time when there was not certain songs that exist today, existed then. The more bhajans there were, my friends, the more our life, of course, felt peace. Early mornings we would wake up with bhajans. During the day there'd be bhajans playing, all sorts of bhajans playing, famous bhajan singers. It was part of our life. Do not forget to sing your bhajans and do not forget to sing these old bhajans as well. I have, of course, over the years learned many new ones, but the old ones as well, do not forget them because they are the very root of who we are today. You see, friends, we, as I told you, we were not just made and just raised like this. All of you who you are today, listening over Shanti Satsangh 60 nights consecutively now, you just didn't do this because, you by the way discovered Sanatan Dharma. You didn't do it like that. You were raised, your roots were nourished with all the beautiful things, including bhajans. Bhajans, my friends. Bhajans is sung by the bhakta. It is sung by the bhakta, by the devotee, with bhakti, with devotion, for Bhagwan, for the Lord. This is how important it is. It is sung with bhakti, by the bhakta, for the Bhagwan. Bha, this word. It really drives a big impact in our lives and a deep meaning into our lives. There's all kinds of bhajans. There's the praising the Lord bhajans, there's asking the Lord bhajans, there's sending a message bhajans. Whatever it is that you know, my friends, do not let go of bhajans in your life because they have, of course, contributed to who we are today. And of course, I'm so glad that we can all sit every evening and together chant bhajans and sing bhajans. We have many more evenings to go, my friend. My eyes are on that 100 number. My eyes are on that 100 number, I don't know if I will live for how many years, but at least we can do satsang for so many numbers of days together. And my eyes are on that 100 numbers. But of course, we have to, whatever it takes, we'll get going, and we'll keep going in Shanti Satsangh because it brings us a lot of peace, my friends. And so we're getting to our question and answer session, by the way, which I am anticipating is going to be very exciting tonight because it's a Friday night. Everybody is in a good mood and everything. But happy birthday again to you, Dave, and let's celebrate with you. Coincidentally, it's the only sponsor we have tonight. And want to wish you all the best. You see by the pictures how lovely and wonderful kind of a person he is. Very well loved by a lot of people. So enjoy your evening, Dave, and we'll continue to work together for big things in life. So what's coming up, my friends? We have tomorrow, of course, we're going to be podcasting live on YouTube at about 1 o'clock. We're talking tomorrow about marijuana and Hinduism. It's a discussion for you to hear and for you to be part of. You can just relax and listen to this. We'll post it on Spotify later as well, so you can listen at your own time. How is marijuana connected to the Hinduism? Is it connected to Hinduism? Is Lord Shiva the one drinking marijuana and all this, or drinking bhang with marijuana? The sadhus that they post up on the pictures, my friends, on internet and so, do they really represent Hinduism and marijuana? Do we need anything external? Hindus is all about internal, right? What is inside? Do we really need something external to turn up the notch a little bit and to influence us? I don't think so. We'll hear about that tomorrow. 1 o'clock, we're doing a podcast on YouTube, and we're talking about that. So please join if you can. If you can't join, it'll be on Spotify as well. You can download it afterwards. So, and of course, Sunday, we are doing our food drive. I want to call it the Grand Food Drive, Bhavani Shankar Mandir's Grand Food Drive. At 10 a.m., my friends will be there. Puja, I will be online from about 9 to 10 in the morning. And then from afterwards, you'll come at the temple and bring your things in the car, and we will take it from you. We want to really make a hit that day and say, you know what, we have made a difference in people's lives. We don't know, my friends, you don't know how much impact. I'm not asking you for money for the mandir. Have you noticed that? 60 days now we are on the line, my friends. I've never said that we're going to keep a fundraiser tonight for mandir, and I haven't as yet, because I will because this thing is going on. And I haven't come out and told you that we need money as yet, because we understand that things are difficult for everybody. And we understand that there are challenges. But in Canada, for example, if you are affected by COVID, you know, the government gives you quite a good bit of money. So it's not all that bad. But emotionally, people are drained as well. So we want to make sure that we ask at the right time. Fundraising will happen. I will ask you, I will tell you when we need. But I'm asking you for food. I'm not asking you for cash even. Bhavani Shankar Mandir is the most impacted temple in this whole country financially. But, you know, we have to serve God, and God will take care of us. I will tell you when we need help. In the meanwhile, Sunday, we will have this grand food drive where I want lots of food to come out from your home. Bring it with your own vehicle, put it there, we'll take it out. And also for all the people who have been doing puja during Navrat, they asked to bring their money. We will have Goldie there. You can just drop it off and you can go. In your car, you can do that. So, my friends, that's what's happening. And then, of course, I'll tell you some exciting things happening next week as well that we're planning on the program. Tuesday evening, we have Hanuman Jandi, where the world will pray with us. And tune in live. You will do your puja at home, get your puja ingredients, get everything at home. And tune in and let's do Hanuman Jandi together, Hanuman Puja together. Let's bathe your Hanuman, give Hanuman Prasad, make your roti if you want, doesn't matter. Get your flag if you want, doesn't matter. But let us connect to Hanumanji Tuesday coming with Hanumanji Puja, my friends. And so, as we continue, we'll sing a few more bhajans tonight to keep, of course, the vibrations going and allow the divine to take us over. And then afterwards, we'll have our Q&A, and then that will take us a little bit into the program, and we'll finish tonight. God bless all of you, my friends. And looking at my older songs, for this program, I noticed a lot of people like the older songs. So we'll sing, Durga hai meri maa, Ambe hai meri maa. Durga hai meri maa, Ambe hai meri maa. One down, Vrinda. Durga hai meri maa, Ambe hai meri maa. Jaikara शेरावाली का, बोल साचे दरबार की जय। दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, अम्बे है मेरी माँ। हाँ, दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, अम्बे है मेरी माँ। दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, अम्बे है मेरी माँ। दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, अम्बे है मेरी माँ। बोलो जय माता दी, बोलो जय माता दी। जो भी दर पे आई वो खाली ना जाए। सबके काम है फल की, सबको दुखियन भर की। ओ मैया शेरा वाली, ओ भर को झोली खाली। ओ मैया शेरा वाली, ओ भर की झोली खाली। दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, अम्बे है मेरी माँ। हाँ, दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, अम्बे है मेरी माँ। Clap your hands, everybody. सारे, देती है वरदान जो सारे, देती है वरदान जो सारे, देती है वरदान जो सारे। दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, अम्बे है मेरी माँ, दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, अम्बे है मेरी माँ। सारे जग को खेल खिलाए, सारे जग को खेल खिलाए, बिछड़ों को जो खूब मिलाए, 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 बिछड़ों को जो खूब मिलाए। दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, अम्बे है मेरी माँ, दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, अम्बे है मेरी माँ। ओ बोलो जय माता दी, बोलो जय माता दी, जो भी दर पे आई वो खाली ना जाई, सबके काम है करके, सबको दुखियन भर की। ओ मैया शेरा वाली, ओ भर की झोली खाली, हो मैया शेरा वाली, भर की झोली खाली। दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, अम्बे है मेरी माँ, हाँ दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, अम्बे है मेरी माँ, 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 दुर्गा है मेरी माँ, अम्बे है मेरी माँ। बोले जगदम्बिका माता की जय। God bless all of you, friends. It's Friday night, so and the weekend, you know, we have a little fun here and there. We do so many different things. We'll have some quiz coming up tomorrow, so we can all test our knowledge generally about Hinduism. Tomorrow it'll be general Hinduism things, Ramayana, Gita a little bit, Ram, Krishna, Jagadamba. So we'll have a wide, vast understanding about, different things. So tomorrow night, tune in 7 p.m. And then, of course, Sunday night again, we'll continue. We'll keep you abreast with the program. Now we will take some time to ask some questions, all of you, and we will answer as many as we can. I know there are so many of you online, but we'll do our best to answer the question, that you present to us. So many things Hinduism, is made of traditions and customs and all these things. So a lot is done, and a lot is done traditionally, a lot is done like customs. So we want to talk a little bit about some of the things that you need clarification on. Here we go. So the questions are going to start coming in. Now, notice that there are many, many things that we do which are called traditions. There is a Vedic tradition, and there is traditions that we have created in our family. The Vedic traditions are a must. You have to perform the Vedic traditions as they are. You can't deviate from them a lot. But traditions that people have actually made within their own family and all that becomes, something flexible. And there are many ways. Like you see many ways sometimes weddings are done differently. Shraddha is done differently sometimes because of people's traditions. So we'll get to a lot of that. I'll tell you what a tradition is and what the Vedic tradition is. And we'll try to answer your questions tonight, just because I think that there's so much in our people's mind. So many things we see that are very confusing. And so many clarifications we need for all of this. So we got some notes here. Glad to see that you guys have learned so much. Send me your questions and let's get them answered. If not, we'll just bundle them up together nicely and make sure you understand what they are. So let's see, we're here. Yep, people are reminding us that it's our 60th night of Shanti Satsangh, and it's something for us to celebrate. We're alive, we're kicking, and we're happy that we can celebrate together 60 nights of Shanti Satsangh. So I think you guys are probably typing now. Just send through the answers, friends, and your comments. And so we get there. What is a shaligram? So a shaligram is a stone form of Lord Vishnu. So you know, like how you have the Shivalingam, the shaligram is a stone form of Lord Vishnu. Bhagwan Vishnu was cursed, by Mata Tulsi, that, because you were stone-hearted, Bhagwan Vishnu had taken a form of her husband to deceive him in battle. And he got a curse that because, you took the form of my husband, it means you're stone-hearted, and give him that curse that he will take form and things will grow in him and all that kind of thing. So he's a stone form of Bhagwan Vishnu, very auspicious and very powerful. Natasha, since it's not advised to keep Navgraha in our home, what should we do if we already have one? And if a murti is broken, what should we do? So I don't know what size and so on of Navgraha and murtis that we have in our home. I certainly don't advise anyone to throw away your murtis because it is not advisable to do that. Keep them if you know a mandir that is opening that needs it. When we did our move into our temple, we send most of our murtis to Guyana. If you can send, you can certainly do that. If your murtis are broken, depending on how big they are as well, a broken murti, if it's broken in the face, obviously it is not something that gives you energy. So certainly it is troubling here to put your murtis in the water. In Canada, we are forced to keep them in our home. If they're broken, we're forced to keep them in our home. And until, if it's a mud, back in Guyana, if it was a mud murti, we put them in the water and so. But there's a beautiful story on Ramakrishna, Paramahansa and Mata Kali, where he says a broken murti necessarily is not, less enhanced, it is energized. You can keep it depending on where it is broken. So let's see here, what other questions we have. They say it's not good to cut your nails after 6 o'clock. It's not good to do a lot of things after 6 o'clock. Because 6 o'clock is dark, so if you cut your nail, you might cut your flesh. Yep, these things were made, my friends, for safety. Do not sweep after 6 o'clock. It means that you don't know what's on the ground. If gold is on the ground, pin is on the ground, whatever, you sweep it away. That's the only reason. Nighttime, my friends, don't trouble how the body relaxes. Keep it that way. But it's nothing religious. Why when you get married, you're being covered with a sheet? So that's a tradition. When people get married, they're covered with a sheet. Nowadays, we cover with a shawl. When they cover with a sheet, in one of the versions of Ramayana, it is written that Mata Sita, when she was getting married, she was shy. So they had to put a veil around her, and Bhagwan Ram placed the sindoor on her forehead. So because of that, girls, they emanate that today. They make it happen so that they don't feel shy themselves. What is Janeo? Janeo is a string, a thread worn by boys. It's called Upanayan Sanskar, where their divine eyes are open, but they're given a physical thread that is enhanced. The thread itself, the Janeo that they wear, how can a Janeo protect you? A thread, right? A lifeless thread, as we say it is. It is our consciousness of the Janeo which really matters. When a Janeo is placed on you, we energize it. It's called a sutra. And when it is placed on you, your consciousness that it is there is what matters the most. Your consciousness that it is here, Brahma, Vishnu is here, Mahesh is here. So you will desist from certain actions. It will prevent you automatically from engaging in certain activities. A Janeo is a guide. It's a protective aura over a person. In numerology, what does the number 6 mean? I don't know what number 6 means. I know who God is. I don't believe in numerology. I believe in Bhagwan, so I don't pay attention to 6. Pandit, if a woman is unclean, sit to do puja or attending puja, sit to do puja, not recommended. There is a whole science among that time of the month for a woman when the energy body is low. You're not receptive at all as to how the energy is supposed to function in your body. And so it is not advisable, because puja is a time that your body must be in a state to receive anything divine that comes to it. And this is an old tradition as well, when long ago how it was managed was very different from now. So, but it's not advisable to sit for a puja in that time. Why do we offer Naivedya? Naivedya means prasad. So Naivedya means prasad, sweets. It's an extension of our karmas. We offering Naivedyam Samarpayami. We offer our prasad as a representation of our karma, our karmic fruits. And it's literally like feeding, like a child feeds a doll or a toy. It's an expression of our love in a physical form to the divine. Since we can't physically see the Lord in front of us walking, we offer that Naivedya Prasad. Devi Hardat, my question today is, can we put sindoor on Lord Shiva or only chandan? So Bhagwan Shiva used chandan and kumkum, not sindoor. The male deities do not use anything called sindoor. There is a red thing called kumkum as well. It is made with haldi, and it is colored in a certain way. At Bhavani Shankar Mandir, the purple color one, that is called kumkum. Kumkum can be used on any deity, on Shivaji, Ram, Bhagavan, Ganesha, all of them. Kumkum can be used, but no sindoor on Shivaji, or actually male god do not use the sindoor. The women god use the sindoor. So until Leela Panji, what is the auspiciousness of Raksha tied on the wrist, and what is the meaning of the mantra? So Raksha tied on the wrist, a very good question. So you see this Raksha tied on the wrist, this is a black one, but many of you have the red one. The red Raksha is called a sutra. Remember, it's the energy system. Yena vaddo bali raja danavindro mahavalam. When the mantra is recited, we are saying that may the auspiciousness of God be in this sutra, so that when it is worn, it reminds you of a certain energy level in your body, and it reminds you that its present there is auspicious. Your hands should not physically engage in doing something. The Raksha Sutra, however, the energy in these things, they are very minimal. They last for about a couple of months. After that, it becomes a mark. So that's why you have to, if you want to retain the energy in the sutra, you have to change it very, very quickly. But it's meant to possess some form of energy to remind you of your purpose of life. If one has a dead in their house, nobody from that house can attend some other dead. You have chut. So you're talking about the impure period. So impurity in a home, according to our Hindu tradition, impurity in a home, yes, when a person dies, the impurity, physical impurity exists up to after the 13th day. During that 13th day, you should not go to temples and to any other places, because you're bringing a whole, sort of impurity with you, and a whole sense of different aura with you when you do that. Same thing, same reason when someone dies in your home for that 13th day, you shouldn't cook food and distribute it, because you're using the aura and the energy in your home to give it to other people. Unfortunately, Wake House is a place where there is a feast these days. But in Canada, we manage that. We actually take food to the people's homes, so it's not cooked there at all. Vida Basiram, can you have one or more of the same deity on your altar? Very good question. You shouldn't. You shouldn't have more than one of the... You see, there are two aspects to this thing. There's what you prefer, right? I like this Krishna, I like this Shivji, I see another Shivji, I buy it, and so on. But prayer is more than what you like. I mean, God will not harm you, but prayer is an energy system. It is not advisable to have more than one of the same deity in your home. Just like the temples. You don't see us have two Shiva there. The distribution of energy, you don't know which one is holding more energy than the other. It's better to have one image, one deity, that all the energy is placed, and so it's easily accessible to you. Sitaram Panaji, is it true if you are doing Durga Path, Puja, we have to do this every year? No, that's not true. God is not going to violate your life if you can't do it every year. Why can't you take home food from a wake house? Because of the impurity. I think I spoke about that one just now. I like your analogy regarding 6 o'clock hour. It is practical. It is not religious. In the Hindu calendar, what is Pradosh Vrat? Is that it? Pradosh Vrat? Ekadash? That's a lot of questions. So, Pradosh is Pradosh. Dosh means enemy. Pradosh occurs on the 13th day after, of course, the full moon and the new moon. So that's the day of Lord Shiva. Ekadashi is the day of Lord Vishnu. Shiv Chaturdasi is a mini Shivratri. They're all very beneficial energy-wise. You should fast on all these days, by the way, and you'll feel great difference in your life. What does it mean to be a vegetarian? What does it mean to be a vegetarian? It means you eat vegetables. So what can you eat and what can you not eat? You can eat veggies. You cannot eat any meat products, of course. Vegetarian is very different from vegan. Vegetarian is, vegetable, of course. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. But no life forms are consumed. Panaji, my sister, mother-in-law, heart stopped for a few seconds. Doctors, nurse. I don't know. So there's a very detailed question. My sister, mother-in-law, heart stopped for a few seconds, and the doctors and nurses resuscitate her. She said she went to Lord Krishna. Maybe she did. I gotta ask her. Sorry. Is Buddha regarded as a Hindu? Buddha is the incarnation of Bhagwan himself, the 9th incarnation. So, of course, but he went over to Buddhism. Well, he created Start Buddhism, of course. I don't know. I'm going to go to the family member passed away. Is it okay to light diya before? Yeah, it's definitely okay to light diya before a year. Why do only Brahmins get dakshina during puja? Well, it's just like a plumber fixing your home. If a plumber fixed your home, you wouldn't go and give somebody else the payment. The Brahman does the puja, so at that point in time, he gets his dakshina. What is christening? You mean, I think you're referring to the guru. So it's when a child actually takes a guru as one to guide them in their life. Shampanaji, why when someone performs Shani Puja, it was advised to do Hanuman Jandi? What is the meaning of that? So Shani or the Graha Shani is associated with Hanumanji. That's why Saturday is called Shanivar. And I have always been an advocate of Bhagwan. I have not been an advocate of anything else, numerology, planets, and everything, because I believe that Bhagwan controls all of this. Sri Krishna Bhagwan talks to us. I am the planets, I am Surya, I am Agni, I am Shani, I am Rahu, I am Ketu. When we chant Shiva Sahasranam, Om Shanaya Nama, Suryaya Nama, all of them we say, but in Shivaji, all the planets are present. And that's why we pray to do what you know. Don't do what you don't know. The minute you start by Shani Murti and Ketu Murti and all these kind of things, you are being distracted from your true purpose of life. You're being distracted. So, Hanumanji Puja. When Hanumanji Puja is done, like we're going to do next Tuesday, my friends, what happens? We all the grahas are happy, Shani is happy, and everybody else is happy. So, Sitaram, let go of my health and go to the altar. Also for Arti, a few years ago, you mentioned that a lady should always cover their hair. Since we are, can you repeat why we should cover our head? And some devotee can learn about. Oh yeah, so Savi's talking about covering the head. So the females, they always cover their head to do arti, and why not the male? Well, firstly, in most cases, the female's hair is longer than the male. So it is practical to cover the head. Covering the head, I have seen over the last 30 years, so many accidents where women get their hair burned with the diya. The hair is loose down, and so the first thing we do is they put the cover in their hair to avoid, for safety reasons. That's a very practical way of looking at it, firstly. Secondly, when a shawl goes or when a sari goes onto a woman's head, then they take the form of Ma Durga. You know what is Ma Durga's most precious thing that she can wear? Her outfit, her chunni. Lal lal bindiya churi ma ke lal and all that. Her chunni. When a woman wears a chunni or a shawl or their orni or their sari and puts it on the head, it completes them. They become one with the divine herself, Ma Durga. A woman in a physical form is complete, my friends, when, of course, the veil is put on their head. And in the temples, we explain this a lot more deeper, but on the program, of course, that's why Pandits don't eat at a dead house, Darshini. Good question. So Pandits should not eat at any wake or viewing or so, and that is because of the purity process. As a matter of fact, there was a time when people never eat at a dead house. Because of Panditji, what happens, you see, our lives are different in many ways. It's not special, but it's different in many ways. Do you know that when I do a Shraddh ceremony for someone, their funeral ceremony, the 10th day and the 13th day, when you receive that dakshina, and you have to because it's part of the process, when you receive that dakshina, you're taking on the burden of many, many things for that family. You're taking on the burden of many, many things of that family. And you're receiving a dakshina for work done. There's no price to it and all that. The Panditji the traditional Pandits have to do thousands of japam of Gayatri Mantra to purify the self. To purify the self. That's why there are certain pujas I don't do. You never hear me doing a lot of gra puja and things. Mandir I do gra puja and so on. People's home I don't. There's a puja called Kal Sarpa Dosha. Kal Sarpa Dosha, where they have to do with two silver snakes and all that. I've done it once or twice for people. It takes like hours. I never take dakshina for that because you're taking whatever doshas they have in their life. So Pandits don't eat at wake house because of it's a purity aspect. Whatever we are doing as priests, body has to be pure, but mentally as well and emotionally we have to maintain a high sense of purification. If a son die, can a father do the Shraddh? Yes, that can happen. Sitaram Guruji, can only Brahmin use Rat when they die or people who also took Upanayan? Anybody can actually use Rat when they die, and including those who took Upanayan. But it was done in a time because Brahmins were very simple people. Remember long ago, Brahmins, they wore cotton and still they do. They were the simplest of people. So they have, when they die, they actually, display that simplicity by taking the cheapest and the simplest. They took the simplest way of leaving, and that was their rant. So that was why it was done then, to really show their level of simplicity. These days, people live a very luxurious life, and such when they die, they need a very luxurious casket, which costs a lot of money to burn. Savika Prasad, Sitaram, the death puja that we do normally do the 13th day. Why are we doing it 12th day? No, we still do 13th day puja. I explained this the last time. Some people do 12 and some people do 13. On the 12th day is when all the pindas are done. And on the 13th day, the Gita part is usually done. But to avoid doing things 2 days, people are doing 1 day now. I recommend 13 day. And I said that the other night, why I do that. Why are you not tired for 60 nights and so energetic, although you're working in the day? Because the Creator is fueling my life. The Creator is, Bhagwan Shiva is doing his magic on me, Dolly Singh. Thank you for always being here every night. We appreciate that. Kumari Singh, okay, just a comment. So Thakur Samla, if someone died, can you keep wake in a temple? You shouldn't. A temple is meant for high energy, devotional things. Keeping it in a temple, you're not barring people from coming in. We did it once, but we kept it in the auditorium downstairs when the little girl had passed away. But not in a temple. It's a temple, you want elevated energy. You want to go in a temple, and people must be happy, not sorrowful. And wake, when people are saying, Toot gayi hai mala, and pinjare ke panchi and things like that, the energy level of the devatas, they're a physical thing, they go down. And you don't want that. So don't keep wake in temple. Now, however, there are circumstances, people debate that all the time, and you can debate anything, as a matter of fact. You can debate you're right when you're bluntly wrong, but for that reason we don't do that. If you have more than one deity, what to do with the rest? I assume you mean if you have more than one Shiva, you can give to somebody as a gift. Best gift to give is the gift of God. There are 5 different types of vegetarian. I only know about eating veggies. I don't know about eating anything else. Panaji, if you have more than one pictures of the deities, pictures are fine. Pictures have a different sense of presence in our life. So there's nothing wrong because you have more than one pictures in the home. Supposed to eat until puja is finished. Well, this question come up all the time. Panaji, I'm doing puja. Do I supposed to eat until the puja is finished? I tell you what, I've seen many people don't eat and they go through, they're disastrous in the whole puja. They look so disturbed, they look so crazy, they look like I want to eat, and where's the food? And I'm like, what is the problem? Panaji, I'm hungry. And I'm like, my pujas don't last more than 2 hours. So how come you're hungry? Well, I didn't eat, and mentally they're all gone. So that's why you've got to fast. Ekadashi, Pradosh, Purnima. You got to make fasting a practice. Navratri, do all the days fast or do some days fast, doesn't matter. But you got to do some kind of fasting. So when puja is, you see what happens. We function more when our stomach is empty. There is a difference between hunger when your stomach is empty, right? We function, our energy level, by the way, if you don't know, when you're full, your body is taken up to digest all the food that you have. You can't function. Your body is not giving you any energy. But when you're actually empty, like my last one that I did for 54 days, you're so strong, and you wake up early and you get things done and you're physically active. It is amazing. So regarding puja, advisable to fast, of course, minimum 21 days before your puja. Minimum 21 days, because that's the amount of days it takes to cleanse the body. That's not a Hindu thing alone, it's a scientific thing as well. Devi Hardat, if one of your parents die in your house and your brother is doing the Shrad, is his house, do I have to do puja in my house to cleanse it? Cleansing is always important, but I don't get it. If one of your parents die in your house and your brother is doing the Shrad in his house, well, if somebody died in your house, then yeah, cleansing is required. If the Shrad is done in somebody else's house, then the Shrad itself is cleansing. Sumitra Prasad, thanks for a beautiful explanation. Okay, next, thank you. What is the best time to do 1 year Shrad when someone passed? It is mostly done in the 11th month, just after the 11th month rather. There is a way to calculate this, the Panditjis can guide you. When a person they die under a particular planet, whatever that planet is. But when they cremate, whatever that planet is, it appears once every month. And when it appears once every month, what happens? Before the 13th appearance, the Shrad must be done. It's a mathematical calculation. That is why most Shrad are done in the 11th month. Why do women wear hennas when they're getting married? So henna is I think all of you know what henna is, a decorative something on your hand. The girls wear it mostly on the hand. Henna is worn to, of course, beautify the hand. It's beautiful than anything else, but it used to be done whereby the hands that were going to be used to, do kanyadan and do puja, they were sensitized and cleansed. Henna is actually something very cleansing. When it's placed on the hands, it avoids bacteria and all that. So it's beautiful, but it's also good for cleansing. Who is Shirdi Sai Baba? Shirdi Sai Baba is one of the Sai Baba who came on this earth. When we do puja, why does the husband and wife have to tie a knot? That is called Pyar Ka Bandhan. It's called the knot. When they get married, they tie you together. Ganadhipam Namaskrityam Uma Lakshmi Saraswati. They tie you together as a symbol or symbolizing that you should stay together for life. That is the purpose of the knot. Now, you should actually have that knot in your heart. The knot represents your love. It is not practical for every day for you to tie yourself to each other. I don't know how that's going to work out, but it represents your love, your affection, the Gat Bandhan. And when you do puja, it is nice to do it. If you're married, there's nothing criminally wrong or your puja will not be accepted or something if you don't do it, but it is important to do it when you're sitting for puja. It reminds you of the bond that you both have as husband and wife. So it's important. To get to the other question here. What's the correct side? A husband sit. For certain pujas, the husband sits on the right side of the wife. And certain pujas, the wife sits on the right side of the husband. Simante cha vivahe cha chaturte sahabhojane vrate dane makhe shradhe pati tishtate dakshine. That is what the scripture says. There are certain times when a woman sits on the right hand side of the husband. This may be eye-opening to most of you, but it is true. We all know that the woman sits on the left-hand side of the husband always, right? But there are certain pujas that when it is done, she sits on the right side. Simante, like Simantoya Sanskar, combing of the hair. Vivahecha, when they are doing Kanyadan. Chaturthi, when you're doing Ganesh Chaturthi or so. Bhojane, in eating time, wife sits on the rest time. Vrate dane, vrat, any kind of vrat. Dan, if you're giving charity, wife on the right hand side. Makhe shradhe, shrad time. Patni tishtite dakshine. The wife stands or sits on the right hand side of the husband. I know that's new to most of you, but that's what it is. I give you the real stuff. Sometimes calendar have religious pictures. How do you dispose of it? You can cut them out and make picture frames. You can send them to many parts of the world where people don't have pictures. You can send them to Guyana, make picture frames and send them to Guyana. In our calendar, the Devis are so beautiful, the Devatas. People cut them out and make calendars. You can make posters. You can do all sorts of things with them. Recycling is important. Let's see what here. Why do I talk about henna? Is the dead unclean? Vidya, you mean a dead person? Oh yeah, they are unclean. Very impure. Shakti is what Panditji have received. Yeah, thank you. Veda, can you have two Shivlingam at your altar? One is brass and one is a black stone. There's a number of Shivlingams you can have. Shivlingams are a little different from the regular murtis. I think the number is 3 that you can have in your home. If they're placed different places, that's important. Like I have Gangeshwar down here. He's not upstairs mixed with my stone lingam, so energy is very different. What if I cannot do a 1-year work for someone who passed away? Remember, I always answer this like this. Here is what will happen if you do the 1-year work, right? The soul completes the journey and all these things happen. Then people ask, what if I cannot do it? Well, what do you think will happen? Because all the things that will happen when you do it, it will be a reverse, of course, when, you can't. That's why we got to live in this time. There is stuff on the internet right now where people are depressed because they cannot do a proper funeral. They cannot keep a proper wake. They cannot have proper satsang and things. That's why I say every day, friends, live such a life, a good life, a decent life, a positive life, so that when you die, one day when you die, and you will, that if there is no satsang or if there is no puja, at least your karmas are so strong that it can take you to the divine. That's a very strong statement, but you don't know if you're going to, there are people who died in avalanches and all that. There's no cremation for them, burial for them. People who are lost and cannot be found. What are you going to do, right? So live your life in such a way that if certain activities should happen and you can be cremated or buried or whatever, your karmas are so strong enough it can take you up. Let me see here, other questions. Why do brides have to bite the mango? So brides have to bite the mango, the tip of the mango stem. Yeah, so what happens before the wedding happens, the bride goes, the mother sits behind. And the mamu takes the mango stem and goes around the bride like this 3 times and she bites it. And then she spits it in the mother hand or places it in the mother hand, the mother have to drink it. So the stem of the mango is very bitter. It's called imli gotai. It's very traditional, it has a lot of meaning. The mother is swallowing the bitterness of the mango stem and is saying, my daughter, I am willing to swallow any bitterness because the separation from a daughter and a mother is a bitter experience, right? At least it used to be. So the mother is saying, I swallow the bitterness to allow you to be free in life. Panditji, can a person who has a karma dosha, can this person do good to overcome that negativity? That is the only way to overcome negativity in life and doshas in life. Karma corrects karma. Karma corrects karma. Bribery does not correct karma. You cannot bribe Lord Shani with any grains or oils and gold and all that kind of thing. Karma corrects karma. If there's bad things happening in your life, it can only be corrected with good things occurring in your life. What are the 5 main pictures, Murti, in your home? I have a podcast on this. You can listen to that. 5 main deities in the home, what they are. Caste system was created by Sri Krishna, chapter 18 of the Gita. He said he created the caste system. The caste system, we'll have to do something on this as well, an explanation, because today we believe there is high class and low class and middle class and all this kind of thing. No. There's a Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. It was created to bring order into society. Where the Brahmins, the only work of the Brahmins is to study the book, to do pujas, to pray, to live spiritual, to uplift people spiritually. Kshatriyas were meant to do defense, fight in the army, defend everybody else. Vaishya, were the cattle guys, and then the Shudras were the merchants. It was how society, it made sense. It made sense until people start to misunderstand the caste system and says, I am high class and you're low class. No. It's not like that. Every caste is actually, and the caste system, there's nothing wrong with it. If you truly understand caste system, the West really speaks so ill of our caste system, but it is not that bad as the West, have it. But it is our people. I'm high class, I'm low class. The only thing that really segregate us, my friend, and separate us is your karmas. If you're performing puja and you're not allowed to wear the same color as the deity, example Hanumanji puja, not to wear red, I've never heard that. The only color I know that you should not wear when you sit to perform puja is blue, because blue is not. When you're performing, if you're attending and so on, it's different. But we're talking about the energy system, things coming in out of you, blue is not good. But any other color, good. Let me see here. What is the correct way to keep fast? There are many ways we can fast. Fasting is about staying away from something that is a pleasurable taste. You have vegetarian fast. You have salt fast. You have no food fast. You have fruit fast. Whatever one that appeals to you. But fasting does not include, my friends, any consumption of life. When doing Dugdati, the older ladies say for the puja to do it, if the poor never takes sindoor, is it okay for her to take part? Yeah, it's a good question. So the Pua is the representative of the father side of the family, so she brings the father's lineage. If the Pua is not married, it is not, our tradition says it's not auspicious for them to do that. Why do brides have to bite the mango leaf? We talk about that. I did not know left and right side. Okay. Which finger should the husband wear the ring? So universally, we know that it is acceptable, universally acceptable for the ring to be worn on the left ring finger. There are all kinds of talks about that there's a vein on this finger that connects to the heart. As a matter of fact, there's a vein in everybody, in all parts of the body that connects to the heart. But universally accepted, the left ring finger is where we wear the ring, men and women. Let's see. I not have Shiv Lingam and Shiv picture at the same altar. You can have a Shiv Lingam and the same Shiv picture at the same altar. Where can I get a lingam? You mean a Shiva stone? A lingam you can get at any puja store, our puja store. Oh, I have a crystal lingam that came in as well. I have to bring that. What color sari does Ma Ganga wear? Usually yellow. What happens if a family member dies and before the 1 year Shraddha is done, another family member dies? It means you have to do 2 Shraddha. So one family member dies. Let's break this down. So one family member dies, right? And during the 1 year, so when the family member dies, you do the Shraddha, the 13-day Shraddha and so on. You have your monthly pinda and so you're doing Shraddha. And during that 1 year, another family member dies. So what happens there? Well, you gotta do everything you did for the person who died already, for the same person who died now. So the 10-day, 13-day Shraddha, and you go on until the year is finished for each one. So you have 2 Shraddha in parallel technically. I hope that answers the question. If I'm single, I have no one to perform my last rite, can I do anything before I pass away? No. No, you can't. You can't do that. So this is a question that a lot of Hindus ask. Can I do my own Shraddha before I pass away? The answer is no. You can't. Here's why. So you know the monks, the swamis. If, let's say, I want to become a swami. There are many ways you can become a swami. By the way, you can become a swami through celibacy, which means you're not going to get married, and you eventually brahmachari and you become a sannyasi. You know, wear the orange robe. The other way of becoming a sannyasi, like our swami, is if you're married. Let's say for me, for example, I'm married. Yes, I am, and I want to become a swami. My wife and children would all have to be independent, taken care of, and can live life by themselves. And then I have to get permission from that family to become a swami. Then I take initiation, whatever. So as they take the robe, at that point in time, they have to do their Shraddha. So before you become a swami, you have to do your Shraddha. Why? Because you're giving up your identity, your name, you're giving up your family, you're giving up technically everything. And what it means is that your karma now becomes neutral. Your karma becomes neutral. When you become a swami or a sant, your karma becomes neutral. So that when you die, there is no Shraddha required. You have already done the Shraddha, your karmas are now neutral. Now that is a very dangerous thing for people. Because most of us, our karmas are not neutral. You do one good today, tomorrow a whole bunch of bad happens again. So no, you cannot do your own Shraddha before you die. So let's see here. Where our lingam should face. Your lingam, well, you face east or north when we pray to Shivji. North and east can be prayed. And when you're sitting, your lingam pretty much is facing you, right? So let's see here what else we have. How many days fasting do we have to keep to do the Hanuman Puja on Tuesday? I hope you've started, because I didn't give you too much time. Vegetarian should not, can vegetarian eat eggs? Egg is not a vegetable, so no. Well, vegetarian can eat eggs, but that would make them vegetarian. Technical. I have a Shiv Murti when I was doing puja. Is it good to have that Murti? Oh, you're talking about a Natraja. Of course, I have a Natraja in my home. So the question is, I have a Shivaji Murti doing the Tandau dance. I assume that's Tandau. That's called Natraj. Natraj is a very more beautiful form of Shiva. When Natraj Bhagavan dances, creation, destruction happens, and creation, of course, occurs at that point in time. That's a dancing, I can't do the pose, but I'm not going to even try it. Panaji, I heard some time ago, if one read the entire Bhagavad Gita 3 times, no one have to perform Shraddha for you. That's not so. That is incorrect. Why do you perform puja with the right hand and not the left? Okay, it's an interesting question. We always say, do the right to puja. Give with your right hand, give with your right hand. I'll probably talk about this one day. Your right hand, what is in this hand here as present in your hands physically? The right hand is actually blessed with the attributes of puja, not your left hand. Right? The way they're created are very different. This has nothing to do with left hand people, right hand people. The right hand is actually designed for puja. The right hand is blessed for puja. The right hand is created for puja. How it is designed, and this got nothing to do with palmistry, how it is designed, created, and organized by the Creator, it is made for puja. So right hand, very auspicious to do the puja. You're going to get into debate, Panaji, as long as my heart clean, me can do puja as my left hand. Please, you can put in the heart clean into any other debate, and it's not going to work. Now, what happened if people, your right hand broke? What you going to do? Well, you got to use your left hand. Right? If your right hand broke, you got to use your left hand. But right hand, it's made for that purpose. Pranji, why when your husband dies, you cannot wear yellow anymore? You can wear yellow. Yeah? A woman should not suppress their life because their husband died. That's not the end of the world for you. You know that. If your husband dies, it doesn't mean that you died, right? Our tradition talks about vidva. Vidva means the widow. There's a traditional vidva where, a husband dies, and this is not Hinduism. Hinduism does not suppress women. Hinduism does not tell you that your woman dead, your husband dead, and that means you die. No. Now you can wear yellow, of course. You can wear yellow as a dress or so. It doesn't mean that life is end. Doing puja at night, I guess you mean if it's okay to do puja at night. There are certain pujas you do at evening and night, Satyanarayan Katha for sure, it's done at night. Most pujas are recommended to be done in the day though. Satsang you can have in the night. What color flag for Lord Shiva? Peach, white. Can a widow perform Shravan Mas puja? Yes, you can. Of course, as I told you before, a widow is not cast aside from society because your husband died. That's not your fault he died. No, you can. Shivji Bhagavan has no discrimination, and there is no evidence of that, of course. I can't dispute colors for what people use, green or blue for Shivji. Sorry, I see some comments here. Can a woman put sindoor more than once? Yeah, those are really, choices people have. You can wear sindoor as much as you want. I really learned about it. It's, I think you explained a couple of weeks ago. Okay. Panaji, can I celebrate their birthday before the date? That's your choice. It's got nothing to do with Hinduism. I follow Swami Sarva Priyananda, and he has performed the Shraddha. Okay, good. Let's see here. Can we eat cheese when we are fasting? It depends on what kind of fasting you're doing. If you're doing unsalted fasting, you shouldn't eat cheese. And most cheese actually have rennet inside. So if you're vegetarian, you got to choose what cheese you eat as well. I hope these things are the purpose of this here is to make things very practical in your life, but to give you the right thing as well. I'm not a superstitious guy, so how many murtis you can have at your altar? I have a YouTube video on that. You can have as many murtis as you want as long as you're ready to maintain them well, but not the same kind, right? We have a small lingam at our home. Do we need a pandit to do the invocation? Your devotion is good enough to bring energy into the lingam. So what else we got here? I want to know what the difference between Valmiki Ramayana and Tulsidas Ramayana. Okay, so Valmiki Ramayana, Valmiki is the original author of Ramayana, and he wrote his Ramayana in Sanskrit. And when he wrote his Ramayana in Sanskrit, it was a very difficult language at that time. So Tulsidas ji wanted to make the language more common, the book more common, because a book of such interest, of such knowledge, he wanted a common man, and a common man couldn't read Sanskrit, so he made it in a language called Avadi, which is we know as Hindi in some way, and it became more accessible to the commoners, the Ramcharitmanas. So that's why that happened. If you have divorced and want to remarry, can you remarry with full rituals? I guess you're referring to a Hindu ritual. Hindu weddings, there's a lot of types of Hindu weddings you can do. But if you've done a full Hindu wedding already with matikor and all this kind of thing, and you've lived a married life, then there is a suppressed form. You have over 50 types of weddings you can do as a Hindu, from 5 minutes to 10 minutes to 20 minutes, depending on what life you have lived. So, yep. How many puja can you do on the same day? As many as you want to. Can you give charity when you have a loss before their 1 year work? So before their shraddh. Within the 1 year you can, not within the 13th day. Nothing can be given within that 13th day. Woke up, yeah, I'm smiling, Dolly. Do Hindus believe in hell? What happens to your soul if your karma is not good? Well, we believe that this earth is our heaven, and this earth can be hellish as well. We do believe in hell. We just focus too much on heaven, and we forget that this place that we're living on is our heaven. So there is a place called that name that you call there. It's not like we believe in it. We believe in our divine, but there is a place as such, of course. Many windows wear white all the time. Many widows wear white all the time. That was the tradition, where widows would wear white all the time. The traditional, that time widows would always wear white to mourn the loss of their husband and things like that. But society has advanced a lot, friends. Society has advanced a lot, where a woman's life should not end or anything because their husband passed away. In the passing of close family, is it okay to grieve even if the person died many years ago? Grieving is a natural process. Grieving happens, grief should happen, but the level of grieving is of course up to you. But grieving is a natural remedy for healing for many people. But do not hold on to it for long. Even medicine, you drink it for too long, it destroys you. Is it 13 days or shroud or 12 days? I answered that early. So 13 day is for Gita, 12 day is for, of course, for the pindas and so on. Auntie Leela, like my kurta. This kurta is so old, and I've worn it so many times. Thank you, Auntie Leela, for all these nice comments. I like my kurta too. It is very simple. It is cotton, and that is all I wear. I do not wear sherwani. I do not wear silk. I don't wear anything complicated. I wear cheap. I wear inexpensive but classy cotton kurtas because it just makes me feel simple. That's all. That's all. A lot of questions are asked around death because people are, utterly confused. Should we Hindus wear white clothing at funeral or black? If somebody dies for you and you are the one who are, performing the rituals, or the family members, white is always recommended. Black you can wear if you're attending or so, but I spoke to you how Hindus should dress for these things. Dress like Hindus. Wear something that represents a Hindu, because you're going to have to go home and wash it, and you should. If a person has committed suicide or died in an accident, what happens to the soul? A lot. If it died in an accident, then the soul has to go through its natural course. But suicide is a whole different thing that I don't want to talk on this channel. Yeah, we are celebrating. No, that's not why I wore this quarter. This thing is so old. I'm surprised it's not torn up. This is not 60 days is not why I'm wearing it. I'm so proud of all of you that you have stuck with us for 60 days, and you continue will be for a long time. Because, friends, don't take this coronavirus simple. You see, Rod Ford is actually losing sleep now. He can't sleep now. You know why? The numbers are going up, and he has relaxed a lot of the rules. And people, you drive by Chinguzi Sandalwood here in front of that plaza. People are going crazy. It's like a party. And the numbers keep going right up. So let's keep together, guys, and let's celebrate Shanti Satsangh. Is it true that married women shouldn't wear all white? No, it's not true. The widows used to wear white then, but, ladies have lots of nice clothing that they wear these days. Yes, Vidya Basiram, is there any special puja that you should do when a girl turns a young lady? Of course. It's called Shashti Devi Puja. When a girl turns 16, all the sweet 16 that we rent banquet halls and pay $100,000 for. Yes, it's called Shashti Devi Puja that a girl should perform to thank the Divine Mother for becoming a young lady. Yep, I see the muscle there, Savi. Strong woman now. And you always should be strong. Women, our Hindu culture has always put women on a pedestal. In our temple, the biggest murti we have is a woman. So don't let anybody tell you anything about women and Hinduism that we, put women down and all that. No, it's not like that. Let me see here. There we go. Shiv, where you been all the time? I haven't seen you. You're 60. There we go. I'm not 60, I'm 42 years old. We're just celebrating 60 days of Shanti Satsangh. Thank you all. We love you. I love you too. I love all of you, Nirmala. Yeah, I have to talk about COVID a bit because it's not going away. It is actually, the numbers are coming right up back. And my friends, we are relaxing a little bit too much with this thing. The rule is treat yourself if you have COVID. That is the rule. Treat yourself if you have COVID, and that in that way, we will keep it down. It's killing people. It's killing people, and it's causing a lot of pain. Don't worry, the sunshine. Sister Leela, oh God, me look like 24. Me like how you reverse the number. Thank you all. Oh, YouTube has questions. Okay, I'm just going to hop over to YouTube. Sorry, I've been neglecting YouTube. And answer a few of the YouTubers there as well. Let me just see what they have here. The YouTubers. This is a serious bunch of folks that are YouTubers. They are very dedicated people. What day is Ma Ganga? I think you meant what day is Ma Ganga worshipped. Don't limit God to worshipping one day, please. Typically the Devis are worshipped on the Wednesdays and so, but don't limit. Is Bhairo Baba a form of Shiva? Kala Bhairo is a form of Shiva, yes. Let me just take a look here. Blessings to you. Yeah, those were there. The questions on YouTube. Sorry, my monitor here is pretty limited. So thank you all. I think that is all the questions we have here. Yep, that's the questions all we have here so far. Well, it's 9 o'clock, friends, and it's a Friday night. So I want to thank all of you for being with us and just celebrating with us. Happy birthday again to you, Dave. And I hope you had really a very blessed day. And glad we can celebrate with you in Shanti Satsangh. Tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. sharp, please tune in to Shanti Satsangh. And let us spend 2 hours of devotional time together and have some fun in the process as well. I don't want to give you, so much all the time. I want to relax you. I want to really mix it up nice, and I hope you enjoy it. Friends, from all of us at Bhavani Shankar Mandir, where we serve selflessly, where when you donate, another misunderstanding sometimes we have is your donations to the temple. And so I want to tell you that Bhavani Shankar Mandir is a Canadian non-for-profit organization, a registered charity. We are very different, my friends, personally. So we all serve our temple selflessly, and that's what we'll continue to do. So God bless all of you. We need one night bhajan on Shanti Satsangh, all old song. Well, we can have that as well. That's no problem. Let's do our final prayers, everyone, and thank the Divine Mother for allowing us to be here. Om Shantakaram Bhujagshayinam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagan Sadrisham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmikantam Kamalnayanam Yogi Virdhyanagamyam Bande Vishnum Bhavabhayharam Sarvalokaikanaatham Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Mritam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 Hari Om प्रेम से बोलो भवानी शंकर भगवान की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, सिया भज रामचंद्र की जय, राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय, सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय, सबको जय जय सीताराम. Hop online, friends, and wish everyone a good night. Jai Sitaram, Jai Shri Krishna, and wish everyone well so that you sleep, resting. You've had a beautiful evening, and I wish everyone well. So hope all of you, of course, have a blessed evening. And we see all of you tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. And then, of course, on Sunday, the food drive will be on. So Sitaram, everyone. And congratulations to all of you for your 60th day of Shanti Satsangh. So Jai Jai Sitaram, Sister Camila, Sako Bikram, Indra Rajkumar, Sister Oma, Julia Punwasi, Oma Bagwandin, Mahesh Eugene, Sunil Hussain, Dilwanti Basant, Lizzie Sarju, Doran Kimraj, Vidya Basiram, Auntie Leela, Patsi Mahadev, Nirmala Ram Sahai, Sister Camila, Kimo Singh, Gonika Singh, Sanichar, Ani Kumar. Yes, we're collecting canned foods and rice and so on, and peas and so on Sunday Shiv. Lina Saab, Bhavita Bansi, Kavita Satar, Kamla Dwarka, Shri Mangal Singh, Mala Raghunandan. Please remember, if you want to sponsor any night, friends, just to send me a text or a WhatsApp, and let's celebrate with you something, some memory or so. Let's do it in Satsang. Jasmine Sri Kisun, Sabita Singh, Sabo Ram Narayan, Kamaram Prasad, Savi Rohini, Khilavan, Christine K, Prano Budu, Gitaram Pratap, Vishnu Prasad, Sarah Singh, Isaraj Kumar, Mala Raghunandan, Deep Mala, Harid, Chandravati Sukram, Paujiminto Andada, Devika Prasad Nazir, Sister Oma, Didi Chandra, Radha Purai, Ashmanita Pasar, Shara Gunra Bisnot, Val Samaro, Darshani Prasad and family, Dinasa, Dev Sabita Eugene, Sister Camila, Savitri Lakhan, Kamla Dwarka, Jasmine Sri Kusun, Kami, Mahesh Eugene, Suzy Ramartan, all the Parshrams, Anita Parshrams, Janet Singh, Sati Samwaru, Sunita Subnath, Suzy Ramartan, Gita Balram, Pamela George, Babita Budwa, Paulo Budu, Sina Gafur, Ishrani Prasad, Savitri Mohammed, Sirli Harikashun, Camila Sukwa. Shopping there, Jasmati Ramlal, little Sister Leela. Of course, you can always look back at the program. Trisha Jairam, Shobha Mathura, Savika Prasad, Savitri Singh, Marani Khan, Kavita Sukhbir, Sir Amdas Budu, Rojni Sukul, Nirmala Ram Sahai. Of course, we give the kids a big shout out here. Indira Prasad Shanti Moham. Jai Sitaram, everyone. Have a blessed night. See you all tomorrow at 7 p.m. sharp.